Hi, I'm Dr. David James, and I want to talk to you about the power of your mind. As a hypnotherapist, I help people overcome bad habits, establish working, powerful patterns for their life, help them find love, even overcome incredible physical challenges. It's not magic. It really is understanding how to use your mind in the proper way. So in this video series, we're going to be talking a little bit about the power of your mind. Matter of fact, I've got a book coming out by Hay House this December called Discover Your Magnificent Mind. Because in this, we will understand together how to use your mind to bring prosperity, passion, purpose, and peace. So let's talk a little bit about your mind. Like I said, sometimes people think that when they come for hypnosis, hypnotherapy, that there's some kind of magic involved, because sometimes the change is so powerful and so quick that it seems almost magical. It's your mind that does the work. And as your guide through the hypnotherapeutic process, I just help you get in touch and utilize that mind. So, one mind, but it has primarily two parts to it. It has the conscious mind, which we're very familiar with. That is where we have our logic and our decision making and our willpower and our analytical ability and our reasoning. And I'm going to say today that that's about 7% of our mind's power. Now, it's a very important 7%, because without it, we couldn't get to work, we couldn't be as productive as we need to be, we couldn't make decisions, we couldn't pay bills. It's an incredibly important part of our mind. But being only 7% of our mind power, it does have its limitations. The subconscious mind, though, that place where you and I work together, is the powerhouse. It's 93% of your mind power. And in that subconscious mind, there is habits, are your life patterns, your scripts, your emotions, and all of your automatic body responses. Everything that makes you really hum is in your subconscious mind. So when people come to make powerful change, we work with that powerhouse of the subconscious mind. Now, let me give you an example of how we do this. By and large, one of the number one reasons people come to see hypnotherapists in the United States is to quit smoking. Now, they have probably tried 100 times using every method known to humankind. But every morning they wake up and they want another cigarette. So they hear that hypnosis might just actually be effective and help them drop this horrible habit. And the truth is, it actually does. It's one of the most effective ways to stop smoking that we know. But as a rule, people will have all these great reasons why they want to quit smoking. For example, they know that it creates cancer in bodies. They know that it robs their pocketbook of hundreds of dollars every month in purchasing cigarettes. They know that they smell horrible. They're exiled to the outer reaches of the building, or they can't associate with friends and family because they have to be outside smoking. Or perhaps loved ones are really worried about them. So, they have all these wonderful reasons why they want to quit smoking. So they say, okay, I'm going to have the last 6 cigarettes tonight, and then I'll be done. So the last cigarette happens right before bedtime. The butt goes out the window, or probably more responsible than that, in the trash can. I don't know, because I don't smoke. But as a result of this, they sleep fitfully, determined though that in the morning they're going to stop smoking. They sleep fitfully, and then in the morning when they wake up, they rummage through the doors and find that half pack that they had hidden somewhere, and they smoke. And they say, I'll stop tomorrow. Well, what this is, no surprise really, because remember when I said that the logical 7% conscious mind is the vehicle by which most people usually try to stop smoking with. But stopping smoking is deep within the subconscious mind, because there are all kinds of positive associations in the mind to smoking. So for example, you might have friends for the first time in your life when you start smoking at 13 years of age. And so there's a reaffirmation within your subconscious mind that smoking somehow brings you friends, or even that a cigarette can be your friend, or that smoking makes you sexy. I mean, we used to see a lot of that on television and in movies, that the sexy men and women always had a cigarette. Or that just the pure nicotine rush, or the way that it makes you feel. There's just lots of these built up over the course of years habitual thoughts and beliefs in the subconscious mind that say smoking is good. Now, you wouldn't think that, but that's essentially what it's saying, is smoking is good. So when you use the conscious mind, the 7% mind, and you say, okay, everyone quit smoking, well, it's 7% versus 93%, and nothing happens. So you come to me to quit smoking, and we tap the power of subconscious mind by putting you into hypnotic trance. Now, hypnosis is a normal and natural experience that we all have every day. If you've ever gotten lost in a movie, just been so engrossed, you've been happy or sad or laughing or terrified, and you've forgotten everything around you, you're in the hypnotic state in that moment. Or the same thing with a wonderful piece of music, you just get lost in it on the dance floor. Or a book that you just get so absorbed that you forget everything else. Those are very similar hypnotic states. And that's just as simple as it is. There's lots of myth around hypnosis. People are afraid that they're going to lose control. Well, of course, that's not true. As a matter of fact, what we understand in hypnosis is that you actually gain control over your life. These subconscious scripts that seem to be running automatically, we bring those to light, we disable those, we remove those disempowering beliefs, and we give you actually more control over your life. Secondly, people are afraid they're going to lose consciousness, and that's not true either. Have you ever had a daydream where you just have a moment, it's just a wonderful experience of just a different state? Well, hypnosis is very similar to that you just are absorbed in a moment, you're in deep relaxation with focused attention. And so you don't lose consciousness, because very often when you're in the hypnotic chair with me, I need to talk to your subconscious mind, and we're having a conversation back and forth. So this is not Night of the Living Dead by any stretch of the imagination. This is you active and engaged in a very relaxed, very absorbed, very attentive state with me. So that's another thing that people are worried about. The third thing that people are often worried about when it comes to hypnosis is that somehow I'm going to get them into the chair and they're going to reveal a secret about their lives, that when they were 10 years old they kicked the dog or something like that. Now, that's a little silly as by way of example, but the truth is that, again, because you are still in such control, you won't blurt out secrets. They may come to mind, absolutely, but whether you choose to reveal them or not is another story. So you don't reveal secrets. The fourth myth that we need to overcome is that somehow I'm not going to program you to do something really weird. So for example, say you leave my office at 5 o'clock, having had a wonderful, powerful session of hypnosis. And all of a sudden at 8:03 p.m., you stand up, walk out in the middle of the road, and take off your clothes. I do not program your mind to do that. That's not what we do. We see a lot of that kind of fun, entertaining kind of hypnosis on the stage, of which I'm trained at, but that's not what we're doing. So, and then the last one is that somehow people are afraid that when they're hypnotized that they're going to have to discard cherished religious or moral beliefs. So I would just say that all of these things are really myths and misconceptions. You remain conscious, you're in a very relaxed and wonderful state, absolutely. You are in control, like I said, no Night of the Living Dead, but what happens is we open up that subconscious mind and we make powerful, permanent, and lasting change. So, I would love for you to experience this. I would love for you to work with me here in my beautiful office in Beverly Hills. As you can see behind me, it's a beautiful setting. Or perhaps by Skype. I had a client this week in London, and we did a Skype session, and it completely changed the course of a meeting that he had. So I would love to be able to work with you. So if you would go to my website, which is davidjameshypnosis.com, you can reach me, you can get more information about hypnosis, hypnotherapy, and the wonderful changes we can make. So until next time, it's davidjameshypnosis.com.